Every Thanksgiving, we look forward to gathering with family and friends. But this year, in the midst of the pandemic, we must do our part to spread our gratitude and not COVID-19. Miami-Dade County reminds you that the safest way to celebrate is only with the people in your immediate household, preferably outdoors. Even better, share a virtual dinner with family and friends. Deliver meals to loved ones without contact. Shop for holiday deals online. And watch sports, parades, and movies at home. Be safe. Remember, wear a mask, keep your distance, and wash your hands. Visit miamidade.gov/coronavirus.
So they have a great set of music for you. And just want to remind our viewers that today is Give Miami Day. It's a day to support the great work being done by nonprofits in Miami-Dade County. Your donation of $25 or more helps WDNA receive bonus dollars from the Miami Foundation and their sponsors. You can help us maintain community radio, where you'll always hear the sounds of next-gen jazz artists on programs like Frost Jazz Hour. Give online at WDNA.org or call the station at 305-662-8889. So without further ado, Josh Platt Trio playing Junka by Sonny Clark. I was killing, man. Swinging. Kind of reminded me of like Milestones or something. One of those bebop tunes. That was Junka by Sonny Clark, and I believe that was arranged by Josh Platt. Nice little shout section there. So I just want to remind everybody that was Jesse Katz on bass, Josh Platt on drums, and Leo Folsom on piano. It's the Josh Platt Trio right here on WDNA's 88.9 FM, the home of Serious Jazz. Again, today is Give Miami Day. If you can, please make a donation of $25 or more to support WDNA. We're proud to be able to offer live music performances on the radio and video streaming for folks to safely get a weekly dose of live music. If you value this, then please make a donation today to support live jazz and this amazing radio station online at WDNA.org or call the station at 305-662-8889. So let's continue with some more music. I believe next we have a tune by my dear friend Jesse Katz entitled Dawn. So here's Dawn. beautiful tune, Jesse. That was Dawn by Jesse Katz, right here on WDNA's 88.9 FM, the Frost Jazz Hour. And this is actually our last live show of the year, the last live show of the semester. We'll be playing some archive shows and reruns the next couple weeks. But again, today is Give Miami Day. And you may already know this, but if you're just tuning in, today's Give Miami Day. And you can have an extra impact when you donate to WDNA during the Arts Power Hour, 7 to 8 o'clock today. This Power Hour means that WDNA receives extra bonus dollars. Thanks to the Miami Foundation, it's a great way to support jazz, support young musicians, and support community radio in South Florida. Online, it's WDNA.org, or call the station at 305-662-8889 anytime, and we can enter your donation for you during the Power Hour. Again, it's 305-662-8889, or go to WDNA.org. So, Jesse, I want to interview you first. Thank you for being here, and it's great to hear you and hear your compositions, man.
Thank you. It's great to be here. I'm so glad we get to do this even these days.
Exactly. It's kind of one of the only ways we can, perform live music and play with our peers. And so I wanted to ask you, it's such a great composition, and we have another one coming up next. But I just want to ask, what are your compositional influences? Who are some of the people that you've really been inspired? I heard a little Kenny Wheeler in there.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, definitely that. These days, I've been listening to a lot of Charlie Hayden and Gonzalo, and these records with Charlie Hayden, Gonzalo, and Keith Jarrett. Just that kind of thing. And then I was actually taking Martin Bejarano's class last year when I wrote this tune. But yeah, I was just trying to just think simple, just try to do more with less.
Yeah, that's what resonates with people's ears these days. It's just a simple, beautiful melody, and that certainly did that. It was great, man.
Thank you.
And yeah, I mean, you were mentioning Martin's class. Maybe talk a little bit about that impact that class had on you I guess you took it 2 semesters ago or so.
Right. Yeah, Martin's just such a great teacher and person and musician, and that was just such a great class to dive deep into stuff, but it was also felt like it was light at times and just super uplifting and motivating, and so it was great to be in that environment and get to work on things and write.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know, Martin Bejarano is quite the pianist and composer, and he is on the faculty at the Frost School of Music. So if you don't get a chance to meet him, definitely listen to his music, because he played with Roy Haynes he's been playing with Roy for 19 years. So he's quite the talent. Also, what are your plans after college? I know this is kind of, everything's up in the air these days, but you're graduating next semester, so.
I am. Yeah, it's a tough time to be going out into the world, that's for sure. I think that I'm gonna take a year out from school and then apply to some grad schools and just try to save some money in between. I hope, some of the live music comes back around here and everywhere. I hope we can do that soon, so.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. Thanks for being with us, Jesse.
Thank you.
And before we continue, this is another composition of yours entitled "Get Up," right?
Yep.
What's the vibe of this one?
This one's just straight up bebop. It's up there. Get up.
That's it. That's the medicine. All right.
Yeah.
It's called bebop. All right. Well, here we go with "Get Up," entitled "Get Up" by Jesse Katz. Nice. Man, that's a hard melody to play on the bass, too, the bebop. Damn. All right. Yeah, and piano and everything. So that was Get Up. Nice little bebop head by Jesse Katz. So we're going to take a quick break. And before we do, just want to remind you again that it is Give Miami Day. And if you want to have an extra impact on the station and just the city of Miami in general, please donate any bit of money that you can. Every little bit helps. It's going to help us continue to run these live streams in high quality, audio every week and keeping all these archived performances up online. So if you can, please donate $25 or more by calling 305-662-8889 or going to WDNA.org. Thank you all in advance, and we're going to take a short little break, and we'll be right back right here on the Frost Jazz Hour.
once a year, and that year is by the end of the year, as I said before, to thank you all for listening to WDNA, the best station in Miami. And I want to say that WDNA really needs your money right away. Of course, this has been a very special year as far as the monetary situation of everybody involved. But I want to remind you that WDNA, without WDNA, many of you will not be very happy. Just imagine that you listen to WDNA every day, and then one day you wake up in the morning and there's no WDNA anymore. It's going to be dead air there. I think that you're going to be very, very sad, and it can happen. Believe me, it can happen. This year have not been very good for us, as well as I probably have not been very good for you guys. I want to give the thanks to a very special guy who's a member of my production team here, Phil Abello, that I wouldn't do it without him. He's been with me since the very first day, taking those incredible photographs, which we reimburse to the people here. Probably first thing I will do is give you the photographs at the end of the day, and the students can use them for whatever they want. And I want to, of course, Maggie Peya, the general manager, Howard Duverly, marketing director, one of the architects of this show when we talked about it, like 8 years ago. Sarah Cruz and Jennifer Torna, who is in the marketing department also. Alex Ostrich. Oh, hello, Alex. And also his assistant, Kay Misobuchi, who is in the live streaming video. Hey, thank you very much for everything, guys. Keep on listening to WDNA. I want to hear those telephones ringing right now. And let's go with the music.
Hey, thank you so much, Alberto. It was a wonderful message. And you heard him. Please call the station or go to WDNA.org and donate. Before we get to some more music, I'm going to be interviewing Josh in a bit, but this next tune is one of Josh Platt's. This one's called Exploration. Can't wait to hear it. Right here on WDNA's 88.9 FM, the home of Serious Jazz. It's a great tune by Josh Platt. That one was called Exploration. So Josh, thanks for being with us today, man.
Thank you for having me, sir. It's a pleasure.
Of course, man. It's great to hear your composition come to life. We've been discussing it previously, and now it sounds great, man. Sounds really great.
Thanks. Yeah, I know you've heard it. You hear it in.
I haven't heard it come to life though.
It's different when it's played by real people and not Sibelius, man. It's great.
It feels good,
you
right?
guys are killing it.
So, yeah, you've been diving into a lot of composition and arranging, some different musical areas outside of playing, even playing some piano. Talk a little bit about how that's been, how that's helped your drumming and changed your perspective on the instrument.
It's been pretty difficult this semester because it's not really drumming focused, even though I'm playing a lot of drums still. A lot of the teaching that instruction I've been getting at school has been geared towards really just coming up with melodies, coming up with compositions. I've been working really closely this semester with Daphnis Prieto at school. I'm taking his composition class currently. Hopefully I pass it. We'll see. So I've been taking composition with him, and I'm taking private lessons with him. And yes, it's technically private lessons on the drum set, but in that we do talk a lot about composition. So it's a lot of one-on-one time. And I see him, every day pretty much. So I'm always talking to him about ideas, ways to, change your perspective. That's a big thing that he's been trying to work with me on, because it's not necessarily the content. A lot of people tend to have the content that they need in order to produce a song of theirs. It's the ideas, but it's really just putting those ideas in the right places so that it creates a song that makes sense to other musicians and to an audience. So that's been like a big thing for me this semester. I've also just been playing a lot of piano. I've been kind of like learning tunes. We do it together in our improv class, and just like learning some standards on piano, which is, I know you can attest to this. It's been pretty hard, not playing on the drum set, but just playing the changes and trying to play all the, soloing and improvisation and stuff like that. Right. So I think that definitely has helped me with my composition thus far. So this has just been a really exciting journey. That's what this tune is about, actually. I thought about it, and I was like, this is like a journey into a new world that I haven't really dug into yet. So I'm exploring it, hence explorations. So that's like the big thing for me.
Yeah, man. Wow. That was deep stuff, man. I can agree, though, about the doing stuff in improv and learning tunes and, from a different, point of view, like instead of from the drummer's standpoint,
Absolutely.
Playing piano, playing vibes, and, getting thrown into these kind of uncomfortable situations musically, and our professor in that class, the former host of this show, Chuck Bergeron, has really taught us a lot about just kind of throwing us into the fire, and throwing, it's just like, play giant steps, play.
No big deal.
Play softly as in a morning sunrise. Some of these standards that are not really like standards that a beginner improviser would start with, but, having us start at that level has pushed us to, when you go back to the blues, it's a little simpler, but in other ways it's more difficult because the changes aren't as, they go on for.
You can't rely on the harmonic motion to get you through a song.
Exactly.
You got to make up your own ideas.
Yeah. So, you talked about Daphnis Prieto and studying with him, and how has that been compared to studying with the other two teachers you've been with over your 4 years, like Steve Rucker, John Yarling? They're all different. So how's it? Well,
it's been very different. I mean, they all have different teaching techniques, and they're all really good. And it's interesting how everything played out, actually, because when we were freshmen, we came here, we were thrown into John Yarling's office of students, and man, he cracked the whip. He was just like, I came to realize that I had very little technique on the drum set. The sound that you produce out of a drum set, it really relies on your touch, and I didn't have any of that to begin with. So I'm eternally grateful and thankful for him for sticking to the book and making me go through that, because it changed my playing and my perspective from this instrument for the rest of my life. So if he's ever listening to this, I'm very thankful. I studied with Steve Rucker for a semester or 2 semesters, and he really, just got me. I was a lot of just learning music for the music's sake type of thing, not just like shedding on drums, not playing a bunch of noise, but playing the song and making the song sound good, making music from the drum set's perspective, really. And he was really good for me. And I've been studying with Daphnis now for, man, I have no idea how many semesters it's been. I took lessons with him my sophomore year, and now this year again. I've been with him a lot throughout my 4 years at Frost, and he's definitely changed the way I think. I play drums. I think about music. I write music. I hang out with him a lot. He's become more of a friend than even like a teacher. It's kind of like it's become that type of thing. So I'm really grateful for everything that he's given to me and all the time that he's spent working with me. I know it's been monotonous sometimes, but he's a great guy, a great composer, great musician. So if you haven't checked out his music, he just came out with a new album. It's called Transparency. You should check it out.
That's right.
It's killing. But yeah, so he's been a really big influence on me. And next semester I'm studying with David Shiverton. He's played in like numerous bands. He plays with Troy Roberts and Tim Jago, who've played on this show. He's also played on this show multiple times. He's a big Miami drummer, so I'm excited about that.
Cool, man. Well, thanks for being with us and talking to us. And look out for Josh Platt in the future. He's coming with some great music, great compositions, and artistry. So we'll finish off with, man, running out of time. Time flies when we're having fun. So I think we have one more for you, and it's tuned by one we didn't talk to today, but we will in the future, Leo Folsom, who is the TA for Martin Bejarano right now at the University of Miami's Frost School of Music. This tune is entitled Society Islands, and before we get started with the last one, thank you so much to everybody that's already supported WDNA for Give Miami Day so far. If you're planning to do your part today, perhaps you can donate $1 a day, a gift of $365. If you listen night and day, then think about doing this. And your gift has an extra impact because the station receives bonus dollars when you give today. Online at WDNA.org or call the station at 305-662-8889. That's 305-662-8889. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We're going to play into the top of the hour with Society Islands by Leo Folsom.